Are you thinking about selling your condo? Here's 3 things you have to think about. Let's get started. So first and foremost, are there any sort of special assessments coming up? It's important to note because you have to factor that in because a lot of buyers look at that. And it could be one of those easy solutions where you just pay off the assessment prior to the close of escrow. I've had clients do that. Some of my sellers have done that. And that just makes it easier and a lower barrier to entry for buyers to come in. But you need to be aware if any of that is currently happening. The second is, how is the community looking? The reason why that's so important is you can have the nicest unit in the entire complex, but your value is capped at the community around you. So that's super important to note. If you're in a fantastic community and you have a great unit, perfect. If you have a fantastic unit and the complex is very run down, which there are some here in Los Angeles, then you are somewhat capped at what other units in your complex are selling for. So those are things to keep in mind. Don't think, well, the next building over sold for X dollars. Doesn't matter. Condos are like neighborhoods. Each complex is very different, and you need to be aware of that. The last thing is, and I know it's going to sound weird, but this happened recently with one of my buyers who found it, is take a look online, see if there's any reviews about the community. Because I'm not saying read the comments, because whatever you learn becomes a disclosure, but if you in the past had written poorly about your community, you might want to delete it. That happened in this case. My client had written an offer on a complex, then all of a sudden he did research and found out that seller 2 years prior, about 2.5 years prior, had said how horrible the community was. It made him second guess. It legitimately made him say, like, well, how is this community? Is this why the seller's selling? Right? Like, there are those things you have to think about. So it doesn't hurt to think back or maybe do a quick Google search, something in a Facebook post, whatever, that talks about your community. Maybe you want to delete it, right? Get rid of some of that history, because 2 years is a long time in this particular case. A lot can happen. So love to get your thoughts. If you're thinking about selling your condo here in Southern California, I do a lot of those, especially on the Valley. I used to own one, as many of you guys know, but I sold it in 2022 and did what's called a 1031 exchange. Sold it, used the money, rolled it over into multifamily. So love to chat more. Go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to share this with a friend, and I'll talk to you soon.